Don't worry, it's only me. We're going robbing. We're going to nick this car. I've got a plan. Come on, come with me.
Yes, we've got it! Finally got the car! Okay, why have I stolen a Mark 4 Golf? It's not even a GTI, it's just a 1.6 petrol. This is my friend Sam's car, and it is the most neglected Mark 4 Golf in the whole country. And recently he was chatting to me saying, oh, I think it's on its last legs, I think it might need replacing. And I would say to him, no, it doesn't need replacing, it just needs a damn good clean. You should see the absolute state of this car. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it for a disaster detail, and then I'm going to return it to him, probably with a gigantic box full of all the stuff that's in the car, and hopefully he will have a renewed love of this Mark 4 Golf from 2003 with 84,000 miles on the clock, and he won't feel like going and buying a brand new car to replace his old one, because there's nothing wrong with it. The outside is bad, but wait till you get inside. Let me show you. Honestly, he's going to lose himself when he sees just how good this car is by the end of the day, mostly because it's never been cleaned. Right, so look, all the mud in the footwell, football boots, there's even a crowbar on the seat, that's a bit weird, and various disguises. Don't know where that came from. Look at the state of the dashboard. Come on, Sam, wipe your dashboard. That is disgusting. What even is this? Just dust and just grim, absolutely grim. Sam picks me up on a Sunday night and we play Fat Dad's football together. And I jump in his car and I'm like, mate, how can you live with this? How can you live with this car, Sam? It's terrible. Look, this is just, that's growing. It's growing stuff. The Mark 4 Golf is environmentally friendly because it's, oh, look at that. It's basically becoming its own like coral reef. It's got its own ecosystem. Ludicrous. In the boot, there's probably a dog. It definitely smells of dog. Ugh, dog blankets. Absolutely disgusting. More mould up here. It is just grim. Everything about this car is grim. I feel bad for him. He takes his wife in this car and the children. I'm going to rescue this car like an abandoned puppy, and I'm going to give it a proper good going over, and then I'm going to return it to you. Then you're going to buy me a beer. So we're on our way to Cromwell's car wash in Worcestershire. Best car wash in the land. And normally I'd just go for a quick in and out or a quick wash and dry. Not today. We're having a gold valet.
Now then, viewers, while the car gets a thorough going over, let's have a chat about why my friend Sam should keep this car forever. The Mark 4 Golf arrived in late 1997 and was replaced in 2003 by the Mark 5. Throughout this time, it was powered by 1.4, 1.6, 1.8, 2 litre, 2.3, 2.8 and 3.2 litre petrol engines, as well as 3 different versions of the 1.9 diesel, including the well-loved and long-lived PDI. We all know the story of how the Golf replaced the Beetle as the car of the people, but let's briefly recap. The Volkswagen Beetle was transport for the masses, reliable and dependable personal transport built by Volkswagen after World War II. Amazingly, it wasn't until the Golf arrived that the Beetle began to take a back seat, with the Mark I, known as the Rabbit in the USA, which launched in 1974. 6.8 million Mark I Golfs were made, followed by 6.3 million Mark IIs and 4.8 million Mark IIIs. The purists loved the Mark I for its simplicity, the Mark II refined everything the Mark I stood for, and the Mark III ruined it all. I'm only joking. The Mark III was great, but times were beginning to change. This was, after all, the 90s. With the Mark IV, Volkswagen applied everything that it had learnt in 30 years and 3 generations of Golf, giving us a true car of the people, a car that was simple enough to be maintained at home, refined enough to be enjoyable to drive, and built properly. A well cared for Mark IV Golf can really last forever, as we see here with Sam's neglected 20-year-old hatchback. The reason I'm having this car cleaned for Sam is mostly because I feel sorry for the car, but also Sam has been making noises about replacing it. And my argument down the pub last week was that you don't need to buy a new car, you just need to clean the one you've got. My point is, this Golf has taken every ounce of abuse that Sam and the family have thrown at it. Wife, kids, big Labrador, muddy football boots, the lot. And as far as I can tell, it's never broken down. It always starts, and it seems to not only be good on fuel, but also still fun to drive. It's not particularly high mileage, so really, there's no valid reason to replace the car at all. It works, it does the job, and it's still respectable enough on the driveway, or it will be in a minute, but it's 20 years old and it doesn't look it. The thing is, we can't say the same for cars that have been built in the last few years. Complex technologies in the cabin for driver aid and entertainment, as well as complex technologies in the engine bay to keep the emissions down, mean that modern cars just aren't as long lasting as they used to be. Sure, you can say Sam's Golf pollutes more than a brand new Golf, but how many cars has this one kept off the road just by the fact that it's still here? Anyway, if you're watching this video, then hopefully you're a subscriber, so please subscribe, and you'll already understand why I keep banging the drum of make, do and mend instead of replace it every 3 years. We don't need the latest gadget, and we don't need the latest number plate sat on our driveway. What we need is a vehicle that does the job, doesn't complain, and allows us to get on with enjoying the things that matter. Like the wife and kids and the big Labrador and the football and the muddy boots. So now that Sam's Golf is back to its former glory, I wonder how long it'll stay that way. My guess is not very long, but that's okay, because I think we all learnt something here today. I make a pretty good car thief. There you go, Sam. You've officially been Geoffed. Geoff Buys Cars. Still YouTube's most boring car channel.